Let's solve a problem of Norton's theorem using nodal analysis. So here all the concepts that we have learned in nodal analysis will be tested. So let's take a problem. So in this problem we are having two voltage sources of the value 10 volt and 15 volt with resistances 2 ohm, 10, 3, 5, 1, and here we are taking RL equal to 1 ohm. Objective is to get current flowing through load resistance using Norton's theorem. We will follow the procedure to solve a problem by Norton's theorem. As per the procedure, step number 1, calculation of Norton's current, that is IN. For this, what we need to do? We need to short circuit load resistance. In this case, it is 1 ohm. So if I do this modification, I will get circuit like this. This circuit 10 volt as it is, same is the case for 15 volt, resistances 10, 2, 3, 1, 5. We shorted this RL, leaving behind two terminals A and B shorted like this, and objective is to get current flowing through this link which we denoted as IN from A to B. Now to get this IN, I will use nodal analysis. If I see problem, I cannot solve it by a mesh because 1, 2, 3, 4 loops are there, 4 unknowns. Calculator will not support that. As far as nodal analysis is concerned, let's find out how many nodes we will be having. This is the first node, second, third, and this entire thing is a node. Though I want a current flowing from this link, but if I want to use a nodal analysis, I need to consider this as a node rather than a branch. So I will consider this is node 1, whose potential I will consider as Vx. Here the potential is Vx, nothing but the same point. This node I will consider having a potential Vy. And I will consider this is third potential node whose voltage is Vz, having this node as a reference. I have selected a random node as a reference. Now let's mark all the current directions. So for this I mark current direction like this. For these branches the current directions are outgoing for the node Z. So I am having only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistances. So 5 branch currents I have marked. Now see here, for this node which is X, let's not consider now A and B. Instead of that, I will have only one name to this entire node as X, which is potential of this node is Vx. As I mentioned, from X to reference, I am having only voltage source present, that is of a 15 volt. So I can directly write Vx equal to 15. Equation number 1. Since I know the node voltage of this particular node, no need to apply KCL to this node. So our work has been reduced significantly. If you see properly, Same is the case for these two nodes. Now here I am having Vy, here it is Vx, so I can get a second equation like this. Vy is at higher potential compared to Vx, and the difference between them is given as 10. So equation number 2 is also we got directly. So now 3 unknowns, 3 equations we should have. Out of that, 2 equations we already got. Now only concept left is applying KCL to Z node. So all branches I have considered as outgoing current branches. So let's write the equation. So 0 is the incoming current, equal to, for this current it has started at Z, ending on reference, resistance is 3. This current started at Z, ending on Y, resistance of this branch is 2, plus this current started at Z, ending on X, resistance is 1, and the last for this branch it is started at Z, ending on X, resistance is 5. So let's simplify this. So after simplification I will get Vx, coefficient of Vx is -1 and -1/5, plus Vy, coefficient of Vy is -1/2, Vz, coefficient of Vz is 1/3, 1/2, 1 and 1/5. So it's 1/2, 1/3, 1 and 1/5 equal to 0. I am getting equation number 3. So solving equation 1, 2 and 3, I will get Vx equal to 15 volt, Vy equal to 25 volt and Vz equal to 15 volt once again. Now how we are going to use Vx, Vy, Vz in order to get this current? So in order to get this current, I will draw one structure once again. So what is that structure? So I am considering all the currents flowing through the branches which are meeting over here. So here if I consider, I will get one voltage source and one resistance, and this is the link. So this resistance is of 1 ohm, voltage source of 10 volt, and this current is IN. So what I need to know? I need to know currents flowing through these two branches if I want to apply KCL at this node. So in order to get IN, this current, I should know currents flowing through these two elements. 1 ohm is connected at Z node and this is X node. So I can say current flowing through 1 ohm resistance is Vz minus Vx divided by 1. So it's a 15 minus 15 upon 1 equal to 0 ampere. So now only thing is that I should know what is the current flowing through this 10 volt battery. For this I need to go back one more step back. So here I'll consider this node Vy where 3 elements are connected. So it is like this. This is a Y node having 3 elements connected like this. This is 10 volt battery, resistance of 10 ohm, and we denoted current flowing through it like this. This is 2 ohm resistance, current flowing through it like this. Here it's a reference point, here it is Z point, and current flowing through 10 volt is like this. So if I apply KCL at Y, what I will get? One incoming current, that is Vz minus Vy divided by 2 equal to 2 outgoing currents. Out of that, one current I will denote like this, I 10 volt, and another current is Vy minus 0 divided by 10. So current flowing through 10 volt battery will be Vz minus Vy. So it's a 15 minus 25 divided by 2 minus Vy upon 10. So it's a 25 upon 10. So if I solve, I will get current flowing through 10 volt battery as minus 10 divided by 2 minus 25 divided by 10. So I will get minus 5 minus 2.5. So current flowing through 10 volt battery will be minus 7.5 ampere. And now if I check at this node, what was IN? IN is nothing but current flowing through 1 ohm resistance plus current flowing through 10 volt battery. So if I use this equation, I will get IN as 0 plus minus 7.5. So Norton current I will get as minus 7.5 ampere. So if I consider direction like this, for original circuit it is like this, A to B. I am getting answer IN as minus 7.5 ampere. So I need to change the direction. So it is 7.5 ampere from B to A. So here we have used nodal analysis and lot of concepts of nodal analysis in order to solve a problem where we got Norton's current as 7.5 ampere flowing from B point to A point. Let's go to step number 2, that is calculation of Rn. For this, what we need to do? We need to remove RL. In our case it is 1 ohm. Then you have to short circuit voltage sources and we have to open circuit all current sources. So if I do this modification, the circuit will look like this. With this A and B terminals open, across which we are supposed to find out Norton's resistance, and remaining resistance is 10, 2, 1, 3 and 5 as it is. If I see properly, these two forming a loop, similarly these two forming a loop, I can say these two parallel with 1, here 3 parallel with 5. So the answer for this is 2 multiplied by 1 divided by 2 plus 1, it is 2 by 3, I am getting 0.6667 ohm. 3 parallel 5, 3 multiplied by 5 divided by 3 plus 5, 15 divided by 8, the answer you will get is 1.875 ohm. So now instead of these two resistances, I am getting only one equivalent resistance that will come in series with this 10, where one more resistance is present. So this is A, this is B, 0.6667 ohm, 1.875 ohm come in parallel with this 10 ohm, and Rn I will get finally 0.6667 plus 10 plus 1.875. So Rn will be equal to 2.0266 ohm. Step number 2 is over. Let's go to step number 3, that is Norton's equivalent circuit. It will have a current source and a resistance parallel to it. So current source I am having IN equal to 7.5 ampere and Rn is 2.0266 ohm. Now we got IN flowing from B to A. So this point should be B and this point should be A. Last step, calculation of IL. For this, we need to connect the load resistance to the Norton's equivalent circuit. So I am connecting that RL equal to 1 ohm, and by current divider rule, I will get this current flowing through this load resistance IL equal to Rn divided by Rn plus RL multiplied by IN. So if I substitute 2.0266 upon 2.0266 plus 1 multiplied by 7.5. So IL I will get as 5.022 ampere. Direction will be from B to A. So here what we have done, we have solved the problem by Norton's theorem, in which calculation of Norton current IN we solved by using nodal analysis, and in that very important concepts of all voltage sources where it is connected between two nodes are used.